If you like a lot of zombies on your YouTube, sub to the pod. Hello and welcome. Welcome to Pod of the Dead. We're running it.
Yeah,
okay.
that's it. Yeah, that's
Welcome
it.
to Pod of the Dead.
There was no doubts in my mind that was the intro.
Welcome to Pod of the Dead,
I'm
boys.
the one editing, so even if you didn't think so, that's still
Yeah.
the intro.
Episode 19, boys.
One away from BO4cast. Let's
One
plug it in
away.
the beginning this time. We forgot
Let's
the last
go.
couple times.
We also entirely forgot in the last episode to talk about what map we were going to do for this one.
Yeah, it's Horizon Track.
We're doing the Horizon cast. So,
Yeah, we're going to be talking about that for most of the podcast. However, we've got a new segment to start out with.
we got a new segment. Do you want to introduce it or want me to introduce it? Up to you.
I'll introduce it. So if you watched the last podcast, we talked about Terra Maldicta for a bit, and Vanguard Zombies is dog shit, so there's nothing to talk about.
It's quite bad.
So we didn't have much of a podcast.
We didn't.
So what we decided is that we would ask each other a couple of interesting questions, kind of go back and forth, give each other some opinions and thoughts, have just a discussion about kind of random stuff. And it went really well. It was a lot of fun. We enjoyed it. So we decided to kind of take that basic concept of just, like, asking a simple question, generating a bit of discussion.
Yep.
But we obviously can't ask each other a bunch of
Like
really
4
interesting questions every single podcast.
Yeah, we can't go 4 questions per person per
we had
episode.
8 questions last episode. That's too many. So we're simplifying it. We're just gonna do one interesting question every single episode.
Yeah, and we're gonna widen it out to kind of have like a full discussion about this one question.
Yeah, it'll be a bit bigger. I think it could be interesting too. Maybe for some of the questions we did in the last podcast, eventually we can come back to them.
We can circle
and
back
have
to
like a more fleshed out discussion.
Yeah.
Maybe think out the answers a little bit more.
All right. And then so this is the first one. I got this from the people who I took the intro from as well, who took it from other people, so it isn't a big thing. So
Cultaholic, right?
Cultaholic.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Cultaholic. They're a wrestling channel. They're really good. So it's it's like the desert island question. Like if you could only have 3 things on a desert island, what would you have? So we're gonna be actually I want to ask 2 questions.
I think the first part is a little bit boring though, at least to me.
What do you think is your one map?
Well, you should like
Okay, yeah. So
fully say the question first.
So it is we'll start with the shorter one first, which is if you could only play one map forever, what map would you play?
Yeah, that's the first one. This is one that I thought about a little bit, that I spent some time thinking about. It's really hard for me not to just say Mob. It's really hard for me not to just pick Mob.
Fair.
Because like Mob has just about everything I'd want from a zombies experience. If I could only have one map to ever play, I think I'd want it to be that.
Also, with the assumption that you can play with your friends whenever you want, you can play with however many people you want.
Yeah, you can run the squad.
There's no restrictions. Like everyone always wants to play whatever you want to play whenever you want to play.
Yeah.
So
it actually gives you a lot of power when you think about it.
Yeah. At the end of the day, this is actually a power trip by Pod of the Dead. But so he chose Mob. My choice, even though his is his favorite map, mine is not. My choice is Origins.
That doesn't surprise me.
Because I think that Origins provides a very wide range of gameplay.
Yeah, Origins I could see having more to offer for just like variety in the overall experience.
And also
than
I think that to me the question kind of narrowed itself down to actually a couple of maps. Those maps being Origins, Horizon, and like Ancient Evil. Because those are the maps that effectively did elemental wonder weapons.
Yeah.
And because it provides you with the ability to do something different. Like
yeah, that is true. There is that variety in gameplay.
Because as fun as Mob is, and as fun as Shadows is, and they're better than Origins, but like, you gonna run the sleeper late game? No, you're not.
I mean, when you're just playing Mob, yeah, I definitely would.
No. So.
Okay.
But like.
I love that bit.
But like. But like, how long are you gonna run the sleeper for? You know.
Probably not long, but it's different enough that
it's also just like a shotgun.
Yeah, but it's like it's a fun shotgun. It's obviously not.
I agree.
4 different wonder
weapons.
It's
a fun shotgun, but it's a shotgun. You know. And then on Shadows, like, it's the Servant. Yeah, Servant's sick as shit.
There's no variety there.
There's no variety. The Servant's sick as fuck and is the coolest and best wonder weapon, but it's one wonder weapon. Origins provides so many things to do at the whole game. You have a great Easter egg. You have 4 wonder weapons. A beautiful map. The last one of those things wasn't true, and it is the last one.
Origins is fuck ugly, dude.
Fuck ugly. It's so bad. But yeah. So Origins is my choice for one map.
Yeah, that makes sense. That doesn't surprise me.
But we're gonna go on to the more interesting question, which is if you could have 3.
Yeah, 3 maps.
Because 3 provides just like a wider range, and that you don't, and that like to me, Origins was a pretty simple answer because it like just essentially because of the wonder weapons and how it's very grandiose and all that.
Yeah, Mob for me is easy just because of like it's Mob favorite map. There's enough to do on it. I think there's enough interesting stuff that. But yeah, I could have a good time on it always.
But so then there's the question of 3 maps.
Yeah.
Which, obviously, as we said, is a lot more interesting.
Couple more options here.
Do you want to start or do you want me to start? Because I have a philosophy for it.
Yeah, well, my thing, the way I was thinking about it is, like, I wanted, for the 3 maps, I wanted to pick 3 maps from 3 different games so that I could have the 3 different engines to play with.
I did think about that a lot as well. Also, something that I don't know if you thought about, but something that I had at least... I kind of kept it like as like a thing that was relevant is that you're also playing that game. Like
yeah.
Spoilers, one of mine is Shadows, right? And like I'm playing BO3. It's not like I'm just getting the Shadows experience. I'm getting the Black Ops 3 Shadows of Evil experience.
Yeah.
So like I'm going to get to level 1000.
Oh yeah, that is true.
And like that's something that I can do. You know?
Yeah, that is true. You've got like the BO3 weapon stuff as well.
Yep, you got all that shit, and I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
Because if we're going to the end of time, it doesn't give you a whole lot to do, but it gives you something. You know?
Yeah, it's you have just like an incentive other than just
it
zombies.
extends my period of time before I cut myself to death. You know, like right?
Yeah, man, that's great. That's good stuff. Level 1000.
What do you mean?
Yeah, you ever cut yourself?
People don't cut themselves. They go They just cut themselves and they go relief, and then they die. And that's how that happens. And then they faint at the sight of blood, and then they just bleed out on a desert island.
A controller in one hand, the knife in the other, the Shadows game over screen on the TV.
Died round 93. Still couldn't get it done.
After all this time, never got to round 100. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Cut himself to death.
China 447 cut himself to death.
Fucking idiot. Dog shit player couldn't get 100.
This is the thing for the little mics. I really hoped your mouth would still be open and I could toss it in your mouth.
I like how I pogged into the mic.
You were like... and then didn't breathe. Like, it's not like they can hear you going... You just went...
Silence. Okay, so one of my maps obviously is Mob of the Dead.
Yeah, and I don't think there's a lot to explain for these.
Yeah, I'm not going to reiterate why Mob is good.
Yeah, and to me also, it was a coin flip between Shadows and Mob.
Yeah, Shadows and Mob are close. They're very similar maps in a lot of ways.
I have 4 different categories for what a map can be.
Yeah, Shadows and Mob are like the same one.
And
same
it
category.
is, and there are 4 categories, all of which have many things, except for one category, which is the Shadows and Mob category, which is like just the map's just full of personality.
Yeah.
So much individualism
very
in
big
that
maps,
map.
Very like distinct art styles, characters, weapons, everything.
Yeah, and so those like I thought about it. Like I spent a lot of time thinking like, did I want to go Mob? Because Mob I think paces itself a little better than Shadows does.
Yeah,
I think Mob has a better pacing, but
yeah, Mob, they're both great.
They're both so good. So, nothing obviously.
Yeah, so Mob is my number 1.
Shadows is mine.
Now, moving on from the one map into the second map.
Now, I would like to give my philosophy now.
Okay, what's your philosophy
So
before we actually talk about
So
the maps?
I said there are 4 categories for what a map can be. There is the goddamn it's so good maps,
Okay.
which is
Okay.
shadows and mob. Then there are 3 other distinct categories which I don't have exactly pinned down as to what's in what, but we've got difficult maps, we've got casual maps, and we have what I would deem grandiose maps. Maps that just have a lot to do.
Okay.
You know?
What is a map in each of those categories? I'm mostly asking for the grandiose. What's a map
Origins.
that falls in that? Origins is a grandiose.
Horizon.
Okay.
Casual map,
Kino. Yeah.
Ascension, Noct. Difficult map, 5, Shang.
Okay.
Stuff like that. Now, I don't know exactly if everything falls into those categories, but those are the things that I would like. So, do you want to go to your map first, or do you want me to go for mine?
Okay, I'll give my first map that I kind of have nailed down because I think it's gonna be a pretty hot take.
Well, your second map is it?
Well, my second map. Mob is number
Yeah.
1. Number 2. You know me, and you know how I feel about Cold War zombies.
Yeah, I was.
So we're taking Firebase Z in.
Fire-based.
We're taking Firebase Z.
You're not even picking Mauer.
I'm not picking Mauer.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Not even Mauer.
Not even Mauer.
Like I get you picking a Cold War, like especially because there's a shit ton to do in Cold War.
Cold War has the engine and the gun grind and stuff. There's a lot there.
It also like keeps you up because you can just keep getting level 1,000.
Yeah, you can keep leveling up because of the seasons. Assuming like the seasons will just kind of like rotate.
You
through.
chose Firebase.
Yeah,
you
Firebase
like the
Z.
spawn that much.
Firebase is a really fun map, man.
That's nuts. I expected you to pick a Cold War map. I thought I would pick a Cold War map. I thought about picking Mauer.
Yeah. I think that Firebase Z is just when I really think of it, like I enjoy Mauer a lot. I think it's really good, but when I think back to it, I always go back to Firebase Z over Mauer every time.
Yeah, that's nuts. Firebase is like the worst map in Cold War.
I think that's D Machina,
Shut
but
up.
whatever.
Yeah, I think Nemesis is better.
Yeah, Firebase Z though. The spawn room's really fun to run around in. There's a bunch of different areas that you can play in. It's just a fun map. And then Cold War engine, of course.
Stepping on my cord, you ugly motherfucker. Last episode you had the cord on your foot, and now you got your foot on the cord. What are you ugly?
Moving up in the world.
Speaking of moving up, my second is Die Rise. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not.
You said that, and I like took a second to go like you.
That's a weird laugh.
What's your second map?
So, much my second map is what I nailed down is what I knew I wanted to do. Was a map that I've always found super interesting, and it was one of the difficult maps that I want to have 5. I want 5.
You want 5?
I want
okay.
5 forever.
Okay, that's what? Interesting, but I get it.
Because 5 is one of the most interesting high rounds to me. I think that
yeah,
strategy is
yeah.
so fucking interesting.
5 is a crazy high
It's
round.
crazy. Like how they've got like what's the record?
241.
241. How does that happen?
That's the fact that
On
5 is 241 is
that map.
fucking crazy.
241 on a map where you're using like an electric trap,
Yeah.
which is nuts.
I mean that's like most of the PO1 maps.
But like that kind of trap, like you just like you run around, you're training into a trap. That's insane. Like you're using like one trap, right? Or do you use both?
You use both.
Whatever. Either way, it's crazy. It's such a tight space, and like if I've got till the end of time, I am going to master that strategy.
Yeah, of course.
Like, and I'm going to feel so proud of myself when I can get to instas on that, because at some point,
yeah, you're gonna get instas.
at like
obviously.
till the end of time, I'm getting instas.
Yeah,
and that's gonna feel so rewarding. I also think that BO1 has my favorite movement. I think.
BO1 has good movement. That's probably my favorite thing about the BO1 engine, personally.
Yeah, because it all feels really smooth.
I don't like a lot else about it.
Yeah, but the way you move has always felt really clean to me. And
I
just
worded that wrong, I think. Don't bully me.
Yeah, but like really, just like I'm gonna say capable. I feel like you can always do what you want to do.
Yeah, I guess that's true. You got the dolphin dive too, classic dive.
And yeah, that's like I was thinking about it. And I was like, I need a BO1 map on there. I think it was to me. I was thinking about in this spot. I was thinking about 5 Call of the Dead and Shang.
Yep.
Because I really love Call of the Dead. Call of the Dead, I feel like there's a lot of replayability value, but I feel like that's gonna go out the window on a like to the end of time, you know?
Yeah.
And also, I hate for my so fucking much the VR11 strat. It's the worst. So I couldn't do that. Like, I just couldn't, you know?
Yeah, sure. Fair enough.
And then Shang, I just decided against it.
Yeah. Personally, between the two, I would have picked Shang, but I get it.
I mean,
I get 5.
It's fair. I enjoy the 5 high round more than the Shang high round, and that's kind of where it is for me.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I want to move. You said yeah.
I've got my 2. Yeah.
I want to move to my last spot.
Well, we know we know your 3.
No, you don't.
Oh, I get if your 3s doesn't include your 1.
What do you think my 3s are?
Origins, SOE, and 5.
No. Origins was my first map.
Yeah, that was your 1.
No. That was my if I can only have one map forever, what would I have?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And that does not fall under my 3.
Okay.
It isn't in there. However, I want to give this to you. I want you to guess which maps I'm thinking about. I've got 2 maps I'm thinking about. I'm going to tell you every map that I thought about that I didn't choose.
Okay.
I did not choose Noct, Derice, Kino, Call of the Dead Shang, Transit. I thought about it.
Crazy.
Like, genuinely, I gave it like a think.
No die rise.
Mob. I didn't think about it. That was an entire lie. Mob, Origins, Derizen, and then Mauer.
Zetsubo.
Zetsubo is one of my choices. What is my other choice? What is my other? I was thinking about it.
Zetsubo, and then I know you mentioned Ancient Evil earlier.
It may be a bit of a spoiler for the next episode of the podcast, but I'm thinking about Ancient Evil. It is up between Ancient Evil.
Yeah,
and
we're getting close enough now where opinions are starting to spill a little bit about BO4.
A little bit, because man, Ancient Evil provides a lot.
It has a lot going for it.
And I've got 2 ways of thinking about this, right? And I still haven't decided. Generally, at this point, I don't know. Because I've got 2 ways. My heart says Zet. My head says Ancient Evil. Here's why. Because I love Zetsubo.
Yep.
If I could have all that time to just master how the plants work. The Hyron I really enjoy on Zetsubo. The Skeleton Sapwe is sick as shit. The Masamune's dog ass, but the skull is so fucking cool.
Skull makes up for it.
Skull makes up for it because it's so sick. The Easter egg is really easy, so like I can just carry anybody to it.
That's true.
But it also like just like is everything. That's what I think is good about the Zetsubo Easter egg is that the Zetsubo Easter egg is just do everything on the map, and then also pick up some gears. You know.
Yeah.
Which I think doesn't lend itself as a great Easter egg. I think like Shadows and Derizen have a better Easter egg, but
Shadows is a great Easter egg.
Shadows has a great egg, which is only hindered by the fact that you need 4 people.
Why didn't they make it a solo egg, man?
It's so unfortunate.
I'm fuming.
It's crazy how all the best Easter eggs are hindered by the fact that you need 4. Because Moon has a great Easter egg. It's the best part of Moon, I think. Other than maybe Area 51, but whatever. Yeah. But you can't do it unless you have 4 people.
Yeah.
Which, like, especially at this point in, like, its life cycle, like, damn near takes it out entirely.
Yeah.
Because no one's playing BO1 anymore.
Yeah, there's not a lot of people. Maybe you could do it on BO3 probably.
On BO3 you can make it happen. We made it happen for Shadows.
Yeah, we got to.
But BO1's too old. It's too old. But Zetsubo provides a lot. I really enjoy. I enjoy the plan system. Everyone says it's really tedious. I really enjoy the tediousness of it. Personally, it just like is something that I really enjoy. But the big negative that kind of circled in was that it's also in BO3.
Yeah.
right? And then there's Ancient Evil, which, again, spoilers, but goddamn, Ancient Evil's good. God damn, it's so good.
Yeah.
Because you've got all 4 hands, which all have their own upgrade. The map just looks great. They got challenged in it that I think are done well. This shield is so cool.
Yep. You haven't even seen the Pegasus strike, have you?
No.
That's
Sounds sick as fuck.
It's sick as shit.
And like the serpent area is cool, and I don't even know everything yet. That's the thing, is that there's
We gotta do the Easter eggs on BO4. We should do that before the BO4 cast 100%.
God, I don't know.
We have to.
We do, but God fucking damn it.
Better get making space so you can re-download it again.
Oh no. Deleting Cold War. But
My baby. Number 2 zombies game.
I still don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, so I think after giving it more thought, mine is gonna change a little bit. I think for the 3, I might have to. I don't know. I might have to. I'm not sure. See, I have a hard time like dropping mob. Maybe my 1 would change because I think like I want to have shadows with me. I think I want to take shadows.
Bang! Let's go.
Mostly because of the BO3 engine.
Because the BO3 engine's sick.
That's like the main reason I would want to take it over mob. Is because
I think BO2 is a terrible engine. I hate the way BO2 feels.
BO2 is a very like mid engine.
It doesn't do anything. Like
it's just BO1 basically.
It's BO1 but bloated. You can't move as fast. It doesn't feel like flowing. So. You know, because like you can't hit those strafes you can hit on BO1. You know, everything goes a little bit bigger. Even the perk icons are like rounded off.
Yeah.
When in BO1 they're just, which I prefer.
I like the perks in BO2, the perk symbols.
No.
I like them better personally.
Hold up.
What?
Hold up. I have a question for you.
What you got? We're really going crazy. We got another question coming in before we've even gotten to DE.
Would you choose DE?
Well, I mean, we're doing the DE cast, you fucking idiot.
Here's the question. Does mob include cell block? Because that might change the game.
I think it does because in the menu it's just a game mode on mob. It's a game mode within the map still. I think that counts.
Oh man, that changes the game.
Being able to play grief mode 8 people on cell block is big.
Oh, but does it change the game? Would I then take that over Shadows?
I don't know. The BO3 engine itself and just like being able to level and do the guns and stuff gives a lot.
Because I'm not dropping.
BO3 also has gums too. You got to assume you can play with gums. So if you can switch it up a lot with the gums.
That's true.
I think Shadows goes over mob still.
So you're dropping mob, picking Shadows.
Dropping mob for Shadows.
That's crazy. You're nuts.
Yeah, listen, I think it makes sense because if it's the only thing you can play, it has more long-term stuff to offer.
I agree. I also pick Shadows.
Mob as a map I still think is better. However, the stuff surrounding it, there's just more in Shadows in this specific case. Firebase Z is still staying.
So is your 1 map?
I don't know.
Does your 1 map stay mob?
I think my 1 map might have to change to SOE.
That's a little crazy, I think. Especially because you're looking for your only variety in that 1 map.
I think there's more. I don't know.
I'm gonna let you think about your 3rd map because I still don't know.
Yeah, well, my decision before my thing was like, since I had mob in there and I had Firebase already, I was gonna say, well, I have to bring in a BO3 map, I think. But then I got to thinking about it, and like, the only one from BO3 that I'd want to bring in that I'd want to play forever is probably Shadows, and then that got me thinking about Shadows versus mob. And I'm not taking both of them in because they're such similar experiences.
Yeah. They're very different, but but like the only map that's anywhere close to mob is Shadows.
Yeah, they have
Shadows is mob.
Yeah, they've got a lot in common in just like their gameplay loops and stuff.
They're also like linked.
They're super different, but they are, yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's kind of out of the window now.
Oh my God, yes, that or Ancient Evil. I don't know.
I don't know.
You can do yours. I gotta think.
Yeah, so I've got Cold War and BO3 in here now. Those are my top 2 zombies games. After that, I don't know what the fuck I'd want to bring in with me. I'm not taking anything else from BO3 or Cold War. I think I don't want to. I'm not taking Mob. Mob is out now.
I'll help you even it down. So no BO2 out the window. You don't want to play anything there.
Nothing that's not Mob is going in my only 3 maps.
Yeah.
So BO2's out of the
and
question.
Let's think. World at War.
World at War, nah.
Probably not.
It might be a BO4 map.
No shot. Oh, hold on. You do have a BO4 slot. Or in my brain, like.
Were you still thinking Mob?
No. In my brain kind of thought like Ancient Evil was in my head, so I was like, no shot. You're picking Ancient Evil and Voyage of Despair. What are you doing? So here's what you got to think about. You got to keep in mind Shang. Got to keep in mind 5.
No.
You're not? You're dropping those entirely?
I think so, yeah. I don't enjoy BO1 that much.
You enjoy 5? In Shang?
They're good maps.
The fuck is wrong with you? God
I
damn.
don't know. I'm kind of coming back around on it. I don't like BO1 that much. I'm coming back around on it. I had that opinion for a while, kind of came back around, played it more. But now I'm like, I don't know. I don't like the engine. I don't like the feel of BO1 that much. As good as the guns are, they don't feel good to play with a lot of the time.
I love the feel of BO1. I love the way that game feels.
Yeah, I'm not with it as much, personally. So I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of BO1. I don't think I'd want to always play it. Also, BO4 has a similar grind to BO3.
Well,
so that's like an entirely separate thing that you can go for.
Well, let's think for you. I mean, like, it's Ancient Evil then, right? Because, like, what else are you picking over Ancient Evil?
I don't know. I'm trying to think through the maps.
I mean, you got 9.
You got 9. 9 is fun. I don't think I would pick it.
Voyage,
probably not.
no shot, right?
Yeah, probably
and
not.
then you got Blood
Classified.
No shot.
The only one that I think is like a contender here for me is probably Tog. Tog I think is like the other really good map of VO4.
And then
also, another spoiler for opinions. Tog is significantly more fun than Call of the Dead.
Shut the fuck up, dude. I don't want to hear it.
I'm just out here dropping bombs on people right now, dude.
It. I don't want to
Listen,
hear it.
we're doing a little bit of BO4 talking. We gotta get the people a little excited, a little wet for BO4 cast.
But I'm not wet. I'm dry.
I'm real wet right now.
I'm dry over here.
The audience is soaking right now.
They
I can
call
tell.
me the Sahara Desert, bro. What the fuck?
They call me the fucking ocean. Let me fucking.
Which one though? Answer? The ocean. Which one? Ocean. Ocean. Trying so hard to decide. I can't decide. I keep thinking about it.
Yeah, I want to take a BO4 map. Now that I think more about it, just like the grind in BO4, you've got Dark Matter to go for. You've got like
the Dark
level
Matter in
1000.
BO4 looks like shit.
It's really cool. You're just wrong. You're just wrong.
It's the red one, right?
Well, it starts red.
Fuck that skin. It's bad.
It also evolves though. It's the only game that has like the evolving camos that also apply to every gun.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
It's really sick. The fact that it
skin.
like changes and grows with the match is super fucking cool.
No, it's
Okay, so this segment has gone on for far longer than I thought it would.
Dude,
This feels like justifiable as the title, not even as just like a way to get people's attention now.
Yeah.
This is just most of the episode.
I mean, yeah, I expected this to be a minimum. I expected 15 to 30.
I was expecting that range. We're passing 30 now though. Just about.
Dude, is that or is it Ancient Evil? God.
I don't think you can take another BO3 map. I think you gotta.
I love Zetsubo though.
I don't know, man.
Fuck it. Fuck Shadows. No, I'm kidding. Oh man. Toppers?
You want topper? If you pay for it.
I might.
Oh shit! It's pizza night, boys. Let's go.
Probably not.
It's not pizza night, Sag.
Oh man.
Yeah, I think out of the BO4 map. See, the thing is, like, I enjoy BO4. As good as
You
Ancient
can't
Evil-
spoil. Ah.
We've already spoiled so much, man. It's also one episode away. We're fine. It's okay.
Then also, who are we spoiling? No one's here.
Yeah, probably not.
We're just two guys.
I mean, hey, maybe the title change got people interested.
We're just a couple of fellas talking right now. Just a couple of fellas talking.
Yeah, we're vibing. You know what? Fuck it. BO4, the best. It's not the best. BO3 is still at the top. That's not going to change.
BO3 is uncontested. BO3 is S. There is no A, and then Cold War and BO1 or B.
Yeah, no, disagree. However, yeah, BO3 is like easily the top. A full second year of Cold War would push it over, I think.
No, it wouldn't. It would not.
It might for me.
Cold War is less than the sum of its parts. BO2 is more than the sum of its parts.
Nah.
Man, I'm having a rough time because I'm trying to spice up content and shit.
Yeah, we're instead of just thinking, because just thinking
no,
is
because
boring.
I don't know.
Yeah, I also don't know.
It's crazy that you're considering between Tog and Ancient Evil.
Well, it's not even that. I'm thinking about the other maps because I like, as good as Ancient Evil is, I don't know how much I actually like it.
It's 'cause you suck dick. Because you be blowing men.
Yeah,
You're
man.
rimming shit.
You know what? Fuck it. I'll just take Ancient Evil. It's a really good map. It's got the hands. I could play around with the hands for a bit. There's a lot of fun with that. I think that's what I'm going with. Even though Ancient Evil isn't my favorite map, it does have a lot to offer in terms of BO4. And in terms of just zombies in general, like it's got the BO4 engine, which, as bad as it is, does have a lot of stuff that you can like grind with. Another spoiler, by the way. Oh no, BO4 engine's not very good.
I've come to a conclusion.
What's your conclusion?
I'm taking Zet.
I knew it. I think you are a fool, but I understand.
What would have been crazy is if I took Ancient Evil, then two of our picks would have been the same.
That is true.
And you know what percentage that is? 66. Just about. 65. Which isn't a joke anymore, but it was.
Yeah.
Which is funny. But I'm taking Zet,
wacky.
dude. I love Zet. I think Zet's super underrated. I think it's really good, and I love the systems.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about Horizon Track.
Horizon Track.
Because that is like what the episode was gonna be.
This was built to be the Horizon cast.
The question shit is so good though. That gives us
It's really
so
good.
much to just work on. That's my favorite part about these, is just like getting to talk about interesting stuff like that.
Right?
These questions like facilitate that.
It just facilitates actual discussion.
Yeah, we have to
rather
like
than
sit
just
and think about stuff.
which
for a bit.
map is the best.
Yeah, I think we could spice up some episodes from time to time. Maybe do like one episode a month where we have like no map and just two questions. We spend about half an hour on each of them and dive into them.
Mayhaps.
I think that could be fun. We break up the map episodes a bit and then keep it as a recurring segment. We'd have to have a lot of questions for that, but I think we could do something like that. Maybe
we can figure it out.
Yeah, like a once a month, every fourth podcast.
Perhaps.
Anyway,
But here we are, the Horizon cast.
Yep, not titled that.
Not titled that.
Probably gonna have a Horizon thumbnail still. I would think.
Probably a Horizon thumbnail.
Maybe like Horizon in the thumbnail with like shadows and shit in there.
Maybe it's the
So have some of our top picks and like D in the middle or something.
What if we just have the island from SpongeBob, and but then also have Horizon on the island?
Could do something like that.
And then
Listen,
just an
I'm
arrow
doing
pointing
the
at it.
editing, so I'll probably end up doing like the thumbnail and the uploading shit.
All right,
So I'll figure it out.
I'll let you figure it out.
I'll run it by you and then we'll
Yeah,
work
of
it out.
course.
I like the back end talk on the
Right?
podcast.
I was just gonna say that we've just fully discussed the future of the podcast, and also like the short term and long term future of the podcast. We just had a discussion about it.
Yeah, listen.
Doesn't matter. No one's here.
My favorite podcast of all time, Face Jam, does that a lot. Fucking love.
Do
Face
they have
Jam.
an intro?
They do have an intro. The intro usually is them like saying some dumb shit, and then they have like their thing where it's like, I don't remember what it is, but it's something funny. It's
Figure it out and do it next up.
yeah, I'll do the Face Jam intro next episode. A little
All right.
spoiler for you guys for the next episode.
Rise and Drak.
Dries and Drac is a top 3 map.
Top 4 map.
Top 3 map.
I would argue that I think Horizon is one of the most, I would say, not underrated because everyone agrees.
Everyone agrees that it's really good, but I think most people have it as like their 3.
But
or
I
their
would
4.
say that it's the most overlooked.
It's overlooked in the sense that like it is the top of the. It's like the top of the top in zombies.
It is the
and most
top of the
people-
top. But
it's like for most people, I'd say it's at like the lowest of the top. You know,
yeah,
that's where it sits.
and
I think that's spoilers. Fair enough. I think it fits there.
yeah.
I don't think it does anything that's like.
It doesn't do anything new. However,
it-
no.
It doesn't do anything like the best, but it does everything really well.
Really good. However, really good boss fight.
Yeah.
Also, the first boss fight.
Yeah. First actual boss fight in zombies. Really good Easter egg.
As much as Horizon is just like ideas taken from other maps, it has the first boss fight, which has become the norm.
Yeah,
and also like a good boss fight, like a good difficult boss fight.
Yeah, it was fun. Didn't we wipe on it once when we tried it?
You mean lose, right?
Yeah.
Yes. We did.
Yeah, we had to run it back because it was hard. We didn't know everything about it.
I did because I've already beaten it.
Well, yeah, fair enough. I didn't.
I remember back in the day, I was in like 8th grade and I got grounded, right?
Yep.
For something. And I was told that if I could run a 10-minute mile, I could play zombies for 2 hours, right? So I'm like, okay. And I walk out the door. I start a timer on my phone. At 9 minutes and like 58 seconds, I bust through the door of the front house going, and they're like, fine. And then I went in one attempt at the DE strike for the first time.
That's hype.
Which is sick.
That's fucking
sick.
That's
a banger ass story.
That's like little 8th grader Jackson is flipping his shit.
I was hype. And then I didn't play zombies for 2 weeks because I was grounded.
That's pretty sick though.
Yeah.
That's the coolest thing an 8th grader's ever done.
Ever.
All of history.
Oh yeah, also something that I meant to bring up for the maps part
Uh-huh.
is that not as much for shadows, but I think for Zetsubo and 5, the 2-player high round is also really cool. Because it is because I think that the Shadows Easter egg is fun, but it's like isn't necessarily cool. You run in a circle, you shoot the gun, you know?
Yeah.
But like 5 is like so tight in everything. And then Zetsubo, you're just running around in that room with everything spawning around you constantly.
Yeah.
And it gets super chaotic with 2 people.
Yeah, those are good high rounds.
Right? Like if I could do that forever, I could just go, yeah, we're gonna do some crazy shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then with that, the 2-player possibilities on the maps are also really good.
Yeah.
Also, it's less or so, but yeah. Moving on, Horizon.
Yep.
I'm sorry, that's the point I meant to make, and I didn't. But yeah, Horizon is really good.
Horizon is really good. To me, it feels like I'm gonna say something that you're not gonna like. For me, it does a lot of things that Origins tried to do, but better.
Well, I'm gonna say like what? The tram is really cool.
Yeah, tram is really cool. The Panzer is, I think, a little bit less annoying on DE.
I think that's bad.
Yeah, I disagree.
I prefer the Origins Panzer because it's more difficult.
Origins Panzer is cringe though.
Because what I really enjoy about the Origins Panzer is the the incessant need, not the incessant need, but the complete requirement, like, of like a level of difficulty that like you probably need to get Jug by round 8. You have to be there. And I enjoy that. I can see why someone wouldn't, and I enjoy it because you don't like need to, but it makes the game significantly easier.
Yeah,
And it also
I do
isn't
understand
super
that.
difficult to get to.
I get the enjoyment of that, but I find the Orchin's pants are annoying as fuck.
I really enjoy it because
He's
yeah.
cringe.
You're cringe and ugly and stupid and ugly and stupid and ugly.
Okay, something else about DE though. The aesthetic feels very similar to Origins. The color palette and stuff is very similar. However, the setting and the graphics and the art style are all a lot better. It's a very nice looking map.
The colors are all the same, but it works better on DE, which I will absolutely agree with you with.
Yeah, that's something. Panzer's better.
Yep. Disagree on that one.
Fair enough.
And then it's a really tough question.
It has like couple of things for fast travel. You've got like you've got the teleporters, the bounce pads. That's absolutely better. It's a smaller map, I think, a little bit than Origins.
Yeah.
Everything feels a little bit more connected. Things are a little bit closer. So navigating the map is a little bit better.
Which is like one of the reasons that it all feels way more connected is because you have the jump pads. Do you use them very often? No, but at any point you can just save like 20 seconds of time.
Yeah, they're there and they're helpful when you need them.
Rather than running from the church building, the big church thing, whatever, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And then trying to go to the Ragnarok spot or where everyone puts the Ragnaroks down. You rather than running all the way there.
Yeah, down in the basement.
No, rather than doing that, you can just jump pad over to it, save a bunch of time, not risk your life, and it's sick.
Yeah. So that's definitely better than Origins. Being able to get around.
Completely agree.
There's no mud anywhere in sight on the map. Not a single drop of mud.
Are you
anywhere.
sure? Have you looked at every spot on the map? Can you guarantee
there's no gameplay impacting mud anywhere on the map?
Fuck, you got me there.
Which is a big thing, because fuck the mud. Mud dog shit feature.
Mud wasn't implemented amazingly.
It could have been better. The idea of having something that like an obstacle that you kind of need to work around is interesting, but the mud is just not fun to play around.
I don't mind the mud too much.
I find it so fucking annoying.
I don't find it super annoying. I think it's fine because you can just go around it. It isn't hard. Just go around it.
Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't.
Nope. You can go around it.
Sometimes you can't.
When can't you?
I mean, sometimes just like
there's a path everywhere. There's a path to everywhere, from everywhere, without mud.
I guess so. I don't know. I'm trying to think.
You just never played it, so you don't know.
I don't. There are definitely scenarios where, like with the zombies and stuff, you could get forced through a certain path.
Like, how many times have you done the G-Strike step?
I've done it a few times. I've done it a couple times when we played the Easter egg.
Yeah, and you cannot get in mud, and you can do it pretty easily. It is not hard.
Yeah, cringe though. Mud is still cringe. Mud is cringe.
I would have really enjoyed Golden Boots.
Yeah, I think that would have been good.
Golden Boots would have been really cool.
Anyway, it's not on DE. Big plus for the map. Big positive.
Not a huge positive, but I think a positive.
Big positive. Something I will say. Personally, I find the bows cooler or more interesting to me than the staves. However, they are balanced just as poorly as the staves. Maybe even more poorly. I don't know. It's hard to say exactly.
When you say balanced, what do you mean?
Like, the lightning bow is clearly the best. The ice staff is clearly the best.
No. They're balanced better.
The bows are?
In that regard. Because the lightning staff is useless past round 38.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, okay. All of the bows can be used. The void bow is not great, but it has its purpose.
It isn't good, but it works.
It has a purpose, and it can be used.
In the scenario that if you were to switch spots, you could just go down the line with the bows.
Yeah.
And you can't with the stabs.
Yeah.
However,
that is true.
I think the stabs are so much cooler
Yeah, the stabs just never did anything for me.
Because I much more enjoy like the idea of like harnessing the power of the crystal rather than just and now the bow shoots lightning. You know?
Yeah, the idea of that's cooler, but the stabs just never did anything for me. The visuals and like the idea of them just
Of course you didn't, because you're an Origins hater.
they mean nothing to me. They mean
Say
absolutely
say
nothing.
a good thing about Origins right now. Right now, one thing.
What is the fucking Mauser?
Say two things.
I don't like them, but the stabs are cool, and they completely changed the future of zombies.
Say one good thing, and then you start off with I don't like them.
It's a good part of the map. I don't like the stabs, but I can respect what they did for zombies.
And they're also sick as shit.
The
ice stab is hype.
The stabs are cool. I don't like them. This is something. It's like you with the wave gun.
Yeah, but I'm better.
Okay, man. All right. Yeah, no, I don't like the stabs. I like the bows more. I think the lightning bow is really cool. The wolf bow is really sick. The upgrade process for the wolf bow is fucking sick.
It is pretty cool.
I don't remember the steps, but I remember the like
Of all
the like storyline that kind of goes with it. That's really cool. That's what I'm mostly referring to.
Yeah. The upgrades for those are much better.
Yeah, the upgrades for the bows are
I wish
also
I knew
better
how to
than the
upgrade
stabs.
this. I wish I knew how to upgrade the fire bow. Wish I knew
Yeah.
that one. But
Yeah, it'd be crazy if one of the most popular zombies YouTubers of all time had made a tutorial for it or something.
I would say the second most popular zombie YouTuber of all time.
Who's the number one?
Syndicate.
Oh, I guess so.
That is not debatable. He is more popular.
Yeah, I'm not.
There
I'm
is
not,
no
I'm not gonna-
contest.
I'm not going to debate. I just forgot about him.
Yeah, I just bet you to go. Yeah, no, but he's cringe though.
He
Is
cringe.
that
He
not
is
what
cringe.
you were going to say?
Well, I wasn't going to say it. Now I'm going to say it. He is cringe. Syndicate's cringe.
Don't care. He's my guy.
He shouldn't be
Influenced the
your guy
future
anymore.
of my life.
He's cringe.
Not cringe.
Very
Also, I
cringe.
watched a thing about the Kino thing.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I don't know if he modded it. I think, but it was 2 games.
Yeah.
It literally is impossible. It's the same game.
Yeah, no, he like faked something with it.
Here's what I think
He
happened.
scammed.
I think that he died and then thought, "Fucking shit, I'm getting views. Oh my god," and then just got back up to that round. That's what I would have done.
Yeah, I think he probably modded back up to that point and then kept going. That's
If
what
If I was
That's what I
playing,
assume.
if I was playing a game, if I was like getting to around 115 on Shadows of Evil, and then I was like uploading it in like 5 to 10 round segments and died on around 80, I would just grind up to around 80 and then act like nothing happened. That's what I would do.
Yeah. Or a mod up to it.
More mod. I don't know. I don't know if there's proof that he modded, but there is proof that it's a different game.
Yeah.
That is not a question.
Yeah.
There is no discussion.
I remember watching a video about 5 high rounds, and when 5 first came out, fucking Mr. Dalek JD uploaded the most
Did you
obvious...
hold on? Did you watch the Krups guy?
Yep.
I watched all those videos like the other day.
I haven't watched a lot of Krups stuff. I know I knew Krups before he was making the zombies videos.
He uploaded the 5 one like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I know.
Good video.
I didn't watch all
I
of it.
think he's a poor narrator.
He is. That's why I didn't finish the video.
Right? I'm gonna DM and be like, listen, you write a script, I'll narrate it. I'll take 10%.
Yeah, I don't want to like fire shots at Krups because I think what
But he's
he
a bad content creator, and I think we're so much better than he is.
I think he is a learning content creator who is growing as
Yeah.
he goes.
I watched all of the videos. I enjoyed all.
I
of them.
think he is making better content than we have ever made.
Yeah, of course, no question.
He's also a really good player. He's the guy with the 10K Shino.
That's him.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's why I knew him because I watched him when he was playing that game, and I watched him
yeah.
for his high rounds.
Huh.
I think he has the Noct World record right now too on
Does
World
he?
of War.
Cool.
Or at least he used
Oh
to.
yeah, I didn't finish the Noct video because I had to go to work.
Fake fan.
I had to go to work.
Fake fan.
What do you mean? I had to go to work.
Fake fan.
I'm sure you ended the video going, and now, the current world record holder. That's what I would do. I would build it up the same as every other video, and then I would go, but guess what, motherfuckers? Who's the real GOAT? And then I would...
It's me.
We're going to do that for the Blood of the Dead hardcore record. That's funny.
Yeah, see, the reason I got all the plasma too was so that we could do mega elixir runs if we wanted to. I'm gonna do some solo runs.
So Darize and Drock.
Yeah, we'll talk about BO4 stuff after, because there's some shit that I've found with some of the BO4 records that are interesting to say the least.
So Darize and Drock is very good.
Yeah, I like how we went through and just listed off a bunch of stuff that it does better than Origins. Because it's a better map. In most ways, I think it does what Origins wanted to do, but better. It's a very similar map, but it feels very different, and it's a lot more fun in my opinion.
Okay. So I'm not gonna lie.
Uh-huh.
I was sitting here and I was weighing it, and I was like, is DE better than Origins? Right? And I was weighing it. However, I'm still gonna say no.
Yeah, I fully expected that.
I think the DE is built better.
But you like Origins more.
No. And if we want to say fundamentally what is a better map, then I would say it's DE.
Easily DE.
However, no.
Easily.
DE did so many things that Origins did. Like in the same way that like Kino
and it did them better
does a
in
bunch
almost
of
all regards.
Kino does a bunch of shit that Darice does.
But it doesn't do it better than
Darice
did.
But Darice is on such a higher level than Kino. I don't want to hear what the fuck you're saying right now.
There's differences here. It does a lot that Origins does, but it does a lot of it
Origins
a lot better.
Sprinted so Darice and Drock could sprint a little bit faster. And I think
it makes a better map for it, and it's more fun to play. And I'd rather go to DE.
I would still rather go to Origins. 100%
of the time.
I would still rather go to Origins. I also think that Origins has more like secondary things to do.
Sure.
Like that's a big thing that Origins does better than DE. Is that DE doesn't have a whole lot to do.
However, DE BO3 engine.
True.
Origins on the BO3 engine, kind of mid.
It's crazy that they got a better engine and it got worse, for one reason. One very important reason: the mud makes it unplayable.
The mud, they somehow made the mud in BO3 Origins way worse. Right? It's crazy.
I remember playing it for the first time, and being like, "I'm really excited for this," and then the mud is just
it's real bad,
worthless.
Yeah.
Darize and Drock.
Listen, we the tangents are fine, I think.
Yeah.
The tangents are
fun.
No,
but then we have to go.
We come back.
Darize and Drock.
Yeah. It is a really good map.
It's really good.
I think I think most maps are better than
I don't want to fucking hear it.
But DE easily better than Origins. It does a lot of stuff that Origins does try to do, but it does it a little better.
I want to do something.
What do you want to do?
For our 50th episode, hopefully.
Bold,
but hopefully.
Hopefully. I think we can do it.
I want that episode to just be a compilation of you going, I think this is better than Origins. Origins, pretty mid. It's just you shit talking Origins. Because at that point,
it's the longest episode.
At that point, we're gonna have probably an episode's length of you just going, it's not very good.
3 hours long.
Of you just going, it's not very good. It's mid. Because Darize are just better. Transit has a case.
Transit with 4 players, actually, I think.
I'll say that's what I thought about. Is that
I think I might rather play a co-op.
Shut the fuck up. Oh my god. Oh god. What are you doing? What happened to you?
I think under some cases,
You fell off.
This should not come as that big of a surprise to you.
That's too far, bro. You crossed the line.
Co-op Transit is really fun.
I agree. Origins
is mid.
Oh no.
I also didn't say every time. I think that some of the time.
No cases. 0% of the time. I would play Transit over Origins 0 out of 100 times.
In co-op, we're talking
0 out of 1.
We're talking
out of 10.
Co-op.
Out of 100. Out of 1,000. I don't care. I don't care if we have the 8-player mod on Transit. I'd rather play Origins. It doesn't matter.
With the 8-player mod, it goes up.
It doesn't matter. Agreed. Don't care. Doesn't matter. I'd rather play Origins. If it is 8 people on Transit or 4 people on Origins, I'm picking Origins every single time.
Nah.
Without fail.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be like it's not gonna be a high percentage of Transit plays because Transit, even with 4 players, not great.
You're
However,
insane.
A really fun experience. I'm gonna say like maybe like 30%, 40%.
Insane.
Unhinged.
You are fucking unreal.
You're talking to the man who picked Firebase as one of their
This
three.
is worse. I don't care. Holy shit.
Firebase is the most fun map in Cold War. It's underrated and overhated.
Underrated, overhated, like my dick on your mom's.
Who's underrating that? What does that mean? Is you giving her bad dick? Is that what you're telling me? You better be treating her well.
I mean, sure, I've been treating her better than your dad does, so it doesn't matter.
Oh my god. Oh shit. Oh my god.
Hey guys.
Oh my god.
You're fucking
My
crazy.
family is dead.
They're not. I feel like you said that and it made it like you could infer that your dad was dead, and I was making fun of your dad being dead. He is alive.
Yeah, no, that's not what I mean. My
He
mom
is
and dad
in-
are both alive and well.
He is in good health. Unfortunately.
Come on, man.
Oh my
You
god.
ain't gotta do that to him live on the
Oh
pod.
my god.
You ain't gotta do that to him. He's in very good shape for a 60-year-old.
It is crazy.
Yeah, my dad is fucking 60.
And
he's,
he would
he's
be in
killing
worse
it.
shape if he chose transit over origins. You're fucking crazy. Tombstone.
Tombstone. It's Tombstone.
You can get 9 perks on origins.
Tombstone.
You're
30
crazy.
to 40. 8-player mod, it's like maybe 50-50.
You said 30 to 40?
Yeah.
You bumped it up to 40.
Well, I said 30 to 40 the first time. You just didn't hear me, I guess.
We've talked about this when we talk about Horizon. Horizon is a 15% portion of this episode. I said 15 because I thought of an hour. 15 minutes. Oh my
Yeah.
god, dude.
Listen, we've got other stuff now. I don't think there's a whole lot to talk about with DE. It's just a really solid map.
It's just really good. It's all
It doesn't
very good.
It doesn't have a whole lot of innovations. We should talk about the boss fight a little bit more, I guess, because the boss
fight's
like,
really fun.
The boss fight's like the innovation of it. It's really good.
It's a really good
So
boss
it's
fight.
a fun boss fight.
Also,
it's
I want
chaotic.
to say the Easter egg, just the whole thing, is also really good.
Easter egg is really fun. The time travel stuff that you do and like the going around, all that. That's fun.
I don't even care about that. I care about the fucking pulling Dempsey out of the sky.
Yeah, dude,
dropping
blowing up the moon.
Blowing up the moon. It's so sick.
I still remember watching the stream of Noah J doing it, and he swore.
Did he?
Yeah, he blew up the moon, and as the moon was going, he went, "Holy shit!" It's crazy, dude. Noah J swears compilation 2022.
It's 4 seconds long, and it's him going, "Holy shit!"
And the moon explodes, and then the video cuts.
Dude, there's a video that I watched where it's like every 3-pointer Shaquille O'Neal has ever hit, and it's 4 seconds long, because he only ever hit 1 3.
That's really funny.
'Cause
Shout out
he
Shaq.
Shout out Shaq.
Shout out Shaq.
You know his son is also really good at basketball,
Sick.
but he has like a debilitating heart problem, and he might not get drafted.
That's not sick.
That's not sick. Well,
He's sick.
Well, he's sick. He's sick. Also, LeBron is like, yeah, if you draft my kid, I'm gonna play on your team.
Sick.
And he's like currently projected to be like a 2nd round pick, which isn't very good. He's only two rounds, and he's just like, yeah, I'm gonna play on your team. If you draft my kid, I'm gonna go there.
Sick.
Just crazy.
Yeah.
Imagine you can just draft a 40-year-old LeBron James. That's what you're doing.
Yeah, dude.
Well, LeBron's cool. I fuck
You know
with
what else?
LeBron.
You know what else is cool?
Rise and drive.
And the Easter egg. I was gonna say specifically, Easter egg of DE is pretty cool. That whole ending, that emotional like hit at the end. Dempsey like turning off the thing himself.
Good to see it, Tank.
We gotta run a proper outro. What's up, boys? Camera cut off again. We should really figure something out with that so we don't have to restart the recording. I don't know if there's a way to do it, but I feel like we should try and do something.
I'm up here now.
I noticed.
Yeah.
Man's going mad. Look at him.
I'm fucking tired. Hey. I worked for a while. I got
10-hour
in
day.
my hand. Hey,
That's metal
call
as
me
fuck, bro.
motherfucking Iron Man.
Oh shit.
Hey.
Oh my god. You're dead. That's it. That's the end.